remain nothing. I'm nothing.
That's what this is all motivated by. Your bitterness that you haven't been recognised.
I was having lunch with Dame Joan Collins.
Yes.
And Lord Sugar in Saint-Tropez a couple of weeks ago.
That's
Dame Joan's husband, Percy, turned to me and went, Piers, are you not even an MBE? And the way he said it in that American drawl, it cut to my very quick. No, Percy, I had to say. I'm nothing. I'm a nothing. Nothing.
Yeah, but you can apply for an MBE online.
Not even an MBE.
No.
Just think if I'd been in charge of the worst political election campaign in history, if I'd been in charge of bringing this country to its knees with the worst Brexit policy ever seen, if I had been, in other words, an utter unmitigated disaster, you'd now be looking this morning at Sir Piers.
Lord Morgan.
Or even Lord Morgan. But as it is, I'm simply too good. I haven't brought this country to its knees. If anything, I've rallied it in times of crisis, in a Churchillian manner. And as a result, my reward is nil point. Nick Timothy and Fiona Hill, Mrs May's former Joint Chiefs of Staff, for being appointed CBE, despite being forced to quit after Conservative lost their majority. Imagine you run one of the worst campaigns in political history and you're now CBE for your services to your nations. Absolutely marvellous. Anyway, there's loads of them. Gavin Barwell lost his seat in 2017, so he was a useless failure. He's got a peerage. Former Chief Spin Doctor Robin Gibb. Spin Doctor Theresa... Imagine being Spin Doctor... Robbie Gibb. Spin Doctor Theresa May. Imagine being rewarded for that.
You get a knighthood.
Imagine for doing the PR for somebody who, by general consent and agreement, had the worst PR of any Prime Minister in history, right? Robbie Gibb. Sir Robbie. Well done, Sir Robbie. We're all chuffed for you.
Did she give her hairdresser an award?
She gave her diabetes specialist.
Oh, well, OK, that's
he
different. That's special.
No, but, I mean, there are lots of doctors who treat diabetes. He's only got one because he treated Theresa May.
Oh, I see what you mean.
That's my point.
Yeah.
He's a crony.
But
That's why
he's got real skills.
I don't think against him, whoever he is. What's his name? What's his name? Ian Gallen. Congratulations. But you only got one because you're Theresa May's doctor, obviously.
But David Cameron's barber, in his list, David Cameron's barber was awarded an MBE for services to hairdressing.
I mean, can we make this the main...
I think a diabetes specialist probably qualifies more than...
I just think it's absolutely extraordinary. Brexit team rewarded for what?
Serious?
What have they been rewarded for?
Yeah.
What have they been rewarded for, these people? I'm serious.
We're not out yet.
Sir Ollie Robbins, the civil servant who led talks with the European Union.
And the
this
longer
is the
he
guy,
span it out, the more chance he got of being honoured.
The guy in charge of it. The guy in charge of our brilliant Brexit strategy for the last 3 years has been knighted. Sir Ollie. Well done, Sir Ollie. Absolutely spiffing work, my dear fellow.
We should point out the economic news yesterday was pretty good, wasn't it?
Yeah, we're going to come to that. Sir Kim Darroch...
So actually, they've all done a very good job.
Sir Kim Darroch, Britain's former ambassador to the United States, who had to leave after dumping all over the president. He gets a knighthood, obviously. Peerage. He's now Lord Darroch. He's been promoted.
He can dump all over the president from the House of Lords.
Yeah, when you're an ambassador, you have one job, which is actually to be nice to the country you live in, and he dumps all over them in secret messages, which then come out, and he gets promoted from Sir Kim to Lord Darroch. Well done, Lord Darroch.
He's promoted for speaking his mind.
There's some great other ones here. Who's this? Eleanor Nicholson, who was Deputy Director of the now disbanded Europe unit in the Cabinet Office. Now disbanded, yeah. You didn't do yourselves great, did you? She obviously gets... So what does she get? MBE. Raoul Raparel, a special advisor who worked on Brexit policy in number 10. Well done, Raoul. I thought the policy was great, which is why right now we're in the biggest constitutional crisis in history.
A list of awards for Brexit failure,
Fabulous.
Isn't it?
Mrs May's chief whip, Julian Smith, who led attempts to get her withdrawal agreement through the Commons.
Which failed every single time.
Which was actually outvoted by the biggest votes against it in political history.
And what does he get for his...
CBE for Julian. Well done, Julian. I thought you did a great job whipping your way to a historical ignominy. Absolutely marvellous. James Slack, who remains as the Prime Minister's official spokesman, Theresa May's. CBE. Mrs May's press secretary, Paul Harrison, who made sure she never came on this show. OBE, well done, Paul, for services to protecting Theresa May from any scrutiny on major television programmes. Congratulations. The Downing Street housekeeper, Deborah Wheatley, has got the British Empire Medal. Well done, Deborah. And the head chef at Checkers, Graham Howarth, who prepared delicious meals for Theresa May.
Oh, yeah.
He's also got
for all those meetings where people
British
walked
Empire
out.
Medal.
Right.
Marvellous stuff, isn't it? Anyway, there are two exceptions to this, where I completely agree with Mrs May. I mean, but can we just... This whole idea that she wasn't going to reward her cronies.
In a couple of weeks, in Boris Johnson's resignation honours list, perhaps you will be recognised.
Boris, I watched Boris last night, late. I got in last night from the TV Choice Awards. Couldn't sleep, because I'd spray-gunned all our rivals in a deliciously self-pleasing moment on stage. And we'll play a bit of that in a minute.
Can't really repeat some of it.
Well, it was pretty profane, but they deserved it. Wallowing in their own little loveliness, they had to be taken down. So we'll come to that in a moment. But
Did you watch Parliament?
I watched Parliament live. I mean, it was the
Where
best,
they tried to stop
best
the
reality
proroguing.
TV of all time. But I've got to say, Boris absolutely nailed Corbyn. I mean, he nailed it. There's just no question. And so when people think this is over, let me tell you, this ain't over. And you've got good money now, Susanna.
Am I?
Well, since you quit the BBC, yeah, you're right.
Oh, I see now. I see. I thought you...
I don't mean because of your, associates. I mean because of you. I mean your own hard-earned money as an independent, strong woman.
Thank you very much indeed.
Who has her own voice. And all the other things you say in your pinned tweet.
Can we...
The independent, strong, powerful Wonder Woman. Or Wonder Man, as we're renaming it. Anyway, congratulations to all the cronies.
However... could have a voice!
However...
Hello!
God, if your voice gets much louder, we'll have to put a muzzle on you.
Can you hear me at the back?
The good news is
Or the
this.
front?
That two great cricket figures have been knighted, and that's genuinely well-deserved. Geoffrey Boycott, Sir Geoffrey Boycott, and he's a magnificent character, great character of our sporting lexicon, and it's great to see him finally getting his due reward in his late 70s. Well done, Sir Geoffrey. We're going to have Sir Geoffrey off the long run and later on the programme, talking about his knighthood.
But on that was right. To lunch again?
Yeah, probably. He wants to have lunch with you, I think, doesn't he? And then Sir Andrew Strauss done some extraordinary work since the very tragic death of his wife, Ruth, with the Ruth Strauss Foundation. And we had the recent day at Laws when it all went red for the day. Had a good chat with Andrew Strauss there on that day. I know it was a very special day for him, for his two boys. He's done an extraordinary job in raising awareness for a very rare charity, cancer, through this charity, and we congratulate Andrew Strauss. Sir Andrew Strauss. So those two, they are absolved from any cronyism because they deserve it. But the rest of them, honestly...